Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Alan's Allotment. It's Saturday the 25th of September 2021. I've just come down to the allotment and we've fed and watered all the pigeons, and I'm just having my trusted cup of coffee as usual. Now I have a little bit of energy today, not a great deal, but I do have a little bit of energy, and I'm conscious that I have some cabbage plants that I need to try and get planted out. Now, I haven't even been in the garden yet, so I don't know what state it's in or anything else, but I need to do some harvesting as well. I've got hundreds of tomatoes in the greenhouse. Most of them will be thrown away because they've gone too soft or gone too far. And then we'll take off what we can salvage. There's probably going to be some Swiss chard and kale leaves to take down. We've still got plenty of onions. We're running short on potatoes, so I might take a bag of potatoes down today. I think that's the last one in the greenhouse now, but they've seen us right through till, well, they're going to last us to the end of October, so from just one early crop we've done remarkably well, and I'm pleased about that. I'm just going to have this cup of coffee, but the first thing I want to say is thank you very much to every single one of you that left comments in my last video. I really do appreciate it, and especially my subscribers from afar in other countries. Thank you very much for taking the time and sending over your good wishes and speedy recoveries. So the story is I'm almost back to normal. I still have some side effects, still get occasional bad heads, really severe bad heads. And sometimes whilst I'm doing something, I forget what I'm doing. But I'm led to believe this is an after effect or a symptom that can linger for a while. I'm hoping it'll clear up shortly, but I'm actually conscious when I come back that I had lost concentration. It isn't memory loss, it's sort of you're in the middle of doing something and then you don't know what you're doing. And it's brief, but it's frustrating to say the least. Obviously the breathing is much better now. I'm back at work, and I'm just plodding on, taking each day as it comes, continuing with the exercises, going out, trying to get 5,000 steps a day in, and on occasions I have managed that, and on one day I did manage 7,000 by going out 3 times in the day and doing a little bit each day, and I managed to get over 7,000. So good, we're onwards and upwards. I'm not going to dwell on this, but I just want to say thank you again to all my subscribers and everybody who's taken the time to leave the comments. It really is appreciated, and I also want to thank the guy or girl who gave me a thumbs down as well. At least you took the time to give me a thumbs down. Let's just hope you never get COVID. That's all I can say. I'm going to have this cup of coffee, guys, and I'm going to have a walk in the garden and see if I can find a bed that's not too bad to weed, and get some of these cabbage plants in. So if we do manage to do that, I'll come back and give you a bit of an update. Right, guys, it's now 12 o'clock. It's taken me 3 hours. I went over in the garden earlier on, took one look and walked away. Some of the crops are doing really well. I've watered all the trees in the treehouse. They're still doing remarkably well, but I'll give you an update on that later. And then I came back over to pick some tomatoes, and I've got a carrier bag full for ourselves and a carrier bag full for Michelle. I've got 1 cucumber, and remarkably that cucumber plant is now getting second wind and it's really growing, so I've left it in. But I'll just give you a little look at what I've actually done. So what I've basically done now, guys, is stripped out all of the tomatoes, the whole lot, ready for to get some winter crops in here, or even do some direct sowing of seeds and then thin them out and plant them out. That's probably the quicker way for me. What I'll do is we'll get this bed scratched over, just take out any loose weed that might be there. There's not a lot, but we'll take out a little bit of loose weed, any that might be there. We'll give it a bit of a scratch over. We're not digging it, we're just going to scratch it over, tidy it up. Then we'll soak the beds down, give them a good old soaking. and then once the beds are saturated again, what we'll do is we'll come home the following days, we'll come and put a couple of drills in, and also some radish and some onions and some lettuces. And what I'll do is I'll just do, I don't know, either bed, we'll just do a couple of rows straight sown into the bed, and then as they germinate we'll start picking them out, thin them out, and then we'll plant them in the polytunnel and spread them out so we can get a little bit of a winter harvest. So what we've done is I've threw hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tomatoes away that had gone too far. These are just what I decided the best to keep. I've strung those up on here for they've just finished ripening. These are the last of the Crimson Crush. We just strung those up, and as you can see, we've bottomed all of the plants. Sorry, we've bottomed all of the plants in here and cleaned it out. The grapevine's still in the corner, we'll just leave that. And this cucumber is doing remarkably well. As I say, I've tried a cucumber off it already, and there's quite a number still on it. So there's another 2 or 3 here, another one here, and it's still popping flowers out, so we'll just train that across there and we'll keep it going as long as we can, guys. I only had the 2 cucumber plants this year. One gave up after 2 or 3 cucumbers and that was it. This one took forever to get going, but now it's gone. We'll let it go and see if we can still get 1 or 2 small cucumbers before the end of the season. But yeah, it doesn't look much, but it's taken me 3 hours to do this, little and often, stopping and then having another go. I'll catch you in the shed. Right guys, I'm pretty worn out after that, as you can probably imagine. I'm going to keep this nice and short, guys. So basically, that's my intentions. We'll get that tidied up and get it all scraped over, weeded, give it a really good soaking because it's bone dry, and get it prepped ready. Maybe for next weekend we'll sow some seeds. I might even do it tomorrow depending on how I feel. I perhaps will, just to get them started, otherwise we're just leaving it too late. The cabbages we'll have to wait until tomorrow to go in. They're still okay, we've given them a drink, everything's fine, they're still okay. So we'll probably get those planted tomorrow. There is one bed over in the garden area that isn't too bad for weeds, so weather permitting and energy permitting, hopefully we'll get it tomorrow and we'll do that one bed, get that weeded and get the cabbages in, and perhaps throw a net over or something. I have learned by not covering them over. And I've still got to go over, I'm just going to have this cup of coffee and I've still got to go over there and harvest quite a bit of kale and the chard. It's really doing well in there. I've lost every single lettuce, they've all gone to seed, but then that was to be expected given the time it is since I was last here. So that's not a problem, we'll pull all those out. That's another bed prepped, ready to go, as and when we've got the energy. And these lettuces that we're going to seed in the polytunnel, we'll pick a few of those out and fill that bed again with lettuces at a later date, or onions or whatever we need to do. Right guys, I'm going to have this cup of coffee and keep this nice and short. Just for those who were wondering, Tony, my son, when he heard that I was going to pack in the pigeons, he said that he's thought of an idea on how we can keep a few. And I must admit it was a good idea, and I can actually take it a step further than that. So what we'll do is, at some point when I have the time, I will get on my computer and I will log into my YouTube account, I will log into my Pigeon website account, and we will make a note of the passwords and I'll record all of this and show him exactly what to do when the day eventually comes. So that is something I'm sort of pleased about in a way, because it will allow me to keep a few pigeons. However, the majority of them will be gone, guys. It will only be a few pairs that I keep and the rest will be going. So watch out for that coming up, guys. There will be a lot of birds going on the website shortly. They're heavy in the molt, they don't look the best, but you know the kind of pigeons that I breed and how good they are. For now, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical, keep yourselves out of harm's way. I'll see you again in the next video, and thanks for watching.